Right, next little thing in your, on revision is changing between decimals and fractions. So you need to be able to go from decimal to a fraction and from a fraction to a decimal, right? Now, there's a little sneaky rule that I use for changing from decimals to fractions. So however many digits you have after the decimal point in your decimal, that's how many zeros go on the bottom line of your fraction. So, for example, if we had 0.17, then using this little rule here, that's going to be a fraction of the numbers that are after your decimal point, so 17, and on the bottom line it's always 1, and then however many zeros are fitting for the rule. So we've got 2 digits after the decimal point here, so that's 2 zeros, and then you would simplify that fraction then if you needed to. Another little one, so if it was 0.2, then that's going to be 2 over 1. We've got 1 digit after the decimal point here, so that's 1 0 on the bottom line, gives me 2/10. This can be simplified. That's going to simplify down to 1/5 if we divide both of those by 2. Next one, let's see if I had 0.024, then that's going to be 24 over 1, and careful with ones like this, 1, 2, 3 digits after the decimal point, so 1, 2, 3 zeros on the bottom line. And again, this one can be simplified, so let's go easier. First of all, 2 will go into both of these, so 24 divided by 2 gives us 12, 1000 divided by 2 gives us 500, 2 again, 6 over 250, 2 again, am I being 2? 3 over 1, 2, 5, and I don't think that can simplify any further than that. Okay, so this little rule comes in handy. However many digits you have after your decimal point, that's however many zeros go in your bottom line. Top line is just the digits after the decimal point, bottom line is just 1, and however many zeros there was. Okay, looking then, going the other way around, if you start off with a fraction and you have to change it into a decimal, there's 2 different methods that you can use. So if you have a fraction that can easily be changed into if you have a fraction that can be easily changed into something over 100 or 1000 or whatever, then this first one's going to be the quickest method. So if you had 4/25, for example, then you can find the equivalent fraction so that you can write that over 100. So 25 has been multiplied by 4 to give us 100, so we'll do the same here. And that gives us 16, and 16 over 100 we know is going to be 0.16. Okay, so that will work with something over 10, something over 1000, but only if you have a nice-ish number that can work with. The other method is useful if you have a number like, say it was 5 eighths. 8 isn't a number that goes nicely into 10 or 100 or anything like that. So if you end up with a question like that, where you can't change it into a fraction over 10, 100,000, whatever, then what you can do is just to rewrite this. 5 over 8 means 5 is being divided by 8. So then you can do 5 divided by 8. Yeah, be careful you don't do those the wrong way around. So 8 into 5 does not go, so 0. Add on a decimal point and your 0 after the decimal point. So 8 goes into 5 no times, remainder 5. Decimal point lines up whenever you're dividing. 8 into 50 goes 6 times, doesn't it? Yep. Remainder 2, add on our 0. 8 into 20 goes twice, remainder 4, add on your 0, and 8 into 40 goes 5. So we end up with 0.625. Okay, nice wee short one. Next thing up is recurring decimals, which might actually come out from ones like this. So, an exciting link. See you next time.